Hello everyone, this is JD Calderon and this is Indie Comics Explained, and this month I'm going to be doing, today I should say, I'm doing my monthly unboxing for my shipment of books that I get from my supplier. So let's open this puppy up and see what we got. So remember everybody, sharp objects, safety first. Okay, so let's open this up. Okay, what we got? Look at this. Oh, this is the Marvel previews. I already covered the previews. I picked one up earlier in the month. Alright, so that's that. Go in the recycling bin. We got pack full of books. I'm going to open that up in a minute. This packing list. Oh, look at this. Awesome. Look at that. The Collected Topi. Volume 2. North America. This guy's stuff is incredible. It's no longer with us, unfortunately. You know, I guess the soul don't like good stuff. Let's see what else we got here. Box. One more books. Dracula. Got a couple of minis in here. Oh, Miss Tree. Nice. Alright, so we'll open that up in a second. Alright, also we got Next Testament, some more books. Okay, take a look at those. What we got? Okay. Batman, Kings of Fear. Scott Peterson. Kelly Jones. Nice stuff. Okay, so we got more. Justice League, the Deluxe Edition. Jim Kruger, Alex Ross, Doug Braithwaite. Nice. Okay, so what else we got here? Black Badge. Matt Kint, Tyler Jenkins, Hillary Jenkins. Alright, this is issue number 2. Or volume 2. What's this? Witch Hammer. Cullen Bunn. Dalibor Talajic. Okay, it's interesting. I don't even remember ordering that. Okay. Sometimes that happens. And what else we got in here? Ninja K or Ninjak. Valiant, Christos Gage, Thomas Guerrero, Juan Jose Rep, Robert Della Torre, Larry Stroman. Nice. Okay. And much overdue previews, which, like I said, I picked one up early in the month for somebody else. Okay, let's go look through some of this stuff. Okay. So, we have the Collected Topi, Volume 2, North America. Okay, very nice. Looking forward to reading that. See, we also got, again, Ninja K, Deluxe Edition, Valiant. Okay, should be interesting. And we have Witch Hammer, Cullen Bunn. Tend to like his stuff, so that should be interesting. Like I said, I didn't even remember I ordered that thing. Black Badge, Matt Kint. Read the first volume, very good. Really enjoyed it. Okay, and we have Justice League, Justice, the Deluxe Edition. So, Alex Ross, you know, interesting. We'll see how that goes. Then we have Batman, King of Fear, Kelly Jones, and Scott Peterson. I really got it for Kelly Jones, but yeah. Hopefully Scott Peterson wrote a good story. I don't know. I haven't read it yet. So we can only hope. Let's see what we got here. Let's open this up. These guys do a great job packaging up the books every month. I tend to get them. No scuffs, marks, no wrinkles or anything. So that's always a good thing. Let's see what we got here. Take out that bag. Clive Barker's Testament Omnibus. This has the 2 volumes. I've been waiting for this book to come out for years. Literally, I mean, I think they released this in comic form probably 4 or 5 years ago, and they released it 2 trades. Finally, they released it in one big book. So when I finally saw it, I was like, yes. Huge Clive Barker fan. My favorite books of his are probably Magica and Weave World. This is great stuff. Most people know him for the Hellraiser movies. Yeah, fun. Hopefully it's good. I don't know who. Clive Barker, Mark Allen Miller, Jaime Jang, Vladimir Popov. I don't know. Other than Clive Barker, I don't know any of those people. So hopefully it'll be good. Snowglass, Neil Gaiman, Colleen Doran. Yeah, Dark Horse has been doing a series of Neil Gaiman's work. Usually it's prose shorts, and they've just been adapting them into comic form. So, and this one now, Colleen Doran has got her opportunity to go at it. Very nice. I mean, you know, Colleen Doran, you know, my wife and I have discussed it. You know, Colleen Doran has a couple of speeds. If you give her time, she's going to do great work. And if you don't give her time, the work's not going to be so great. But this is awesome. I mean, this is really, really, really beautiful work. So, you know, Colleen Doran on top of a game. Awesome. John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. Love the movie. Read the first round. It was fun. This one's written by Fred Van Lente, which is pretty cool. You know, interesting artwork. Okay. So, yeah. Hopefully the story will be fun, because that's all I can ever ask from this. This is volume 2. I mean, beyond that, I probably won't be picking up any more of those, but you never know. We'll see. I'm going to open this one. Put it down here. Okay. Send it to me very well protected. The only thing you got to watch out for is not getting any tape on the books. So what have we got? We got Dracula, Bram Stoker. Dracula. Okay. It's a very nice little looking book. I love the style. It's a little, you know, it's a little funky. But it's nice. It's nice. And it's Sterling Children's Books, which is kind of funny if you think of the story of Dracula. If you really read it, it's a lot of sex, murder, and violence involved in the story. Why would they want to adapt this into a children's book? I have no idea, but they did. So yeah, there it is. Like I said, interesting, funky little style. I mean, hopefully that'll work. Now, this book, Miss Tree, Max Allan Collins, I read this when I was a kid, when I was in probably my early teens. I mean, this is going back a ways, and it's in color. Wow. I remember the stuff being in black and white, and I was actually kind of looking forward to it in black and white. But it's in color. It's not necessarily a bad thing. By the looks of it, they don't do much as far as toning. It's just a pretty flat color. But I'm really looking forward to reading these. I remember enjoying these when I was a kid. I probably have somewhere in my collection. Probably the first 20, 30 issues. I don't know, remember how long it ran or didn't run. But I remember enjoying this thoroughly as a kid. So, I mean, it was a while ago. Yeah, so, Miss Tree or Mystery, depending how you want to pronounce it. And I got one more here. Let's take a look. Okay. I want to give up. Okay, there we go. Got it. Okay, boring packing list. Put that away. The cover. Earthune. This is I don't know what it is. I just saw it in the previous catalog, and I was like, why not? It's Jones, May, Mitchell, and Huang. Interesting. You know, it looked interesting. At least the cover looks. It's a Panther style cover, so give it a shot. It's a fantasy, obviously. Hopefully it'll be fun. Won't know until I actually give it a read through. But looking forward to reading it. All right, we got Harbinger Wars 2. Matt Kint, which is probably the only reason I bought it. But I don't think he wrote the whole thing, so you know it'll be interesting to see how the rest of it plays out. So, yeah. So that's that. So that'll be interesting. Oh, look at this, Marvel Comics 1000. Who would have thought they would have made it so far? I mean, especially with the bulk of comics they're creating that are not very good, or at least that's what I hear. I don't read a lot of their books. I do read some, but I only read the ones that I hear high praise of. So I tend to just avoid the rest. I believe firmly in Sturgeon's law. Sturgeon's law is a very cynical law where I think it was Sturgeon once said 80% of everything is crap. I tend to feel it's more like 90% of everything is crap, but I also like to break it down. It's like I think there's only 10% which is the cream of the crop, and then there's probably another 20-25% below that that's like B-level, C-level stuff, which isn't necessarily crap. It's just not necessarily the greatest stuff. You know, I mean, you have your Alan Moores and your Grant Morrisons of the world, and you know, everyone aspires to go and be in that area, but not everybody makes it. And some people, they do work that makes it into that area. They're not necessarily that level of a creator. But you know, we all aspire. I know I certainly try to aspire to do the best work I can do. So yeah, what is this? 80 years, 80 creative teams, one universe. So I heard about this and I said, oh, you know what? I haven't picked up Marvel something like this in a long time. Chris Weston, you got a page in there. That's nice. So yeah, it looks like they had each set of creators do one page in it. Who's this? Is Walter Simonson? Yes, it is. Look at that, Walter Simonson. Oh, look at that. Somebody aping Little Nemo. Interesting. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So you know, there are different people doing different things. I have one pagers in here. It's a shame. My understanding is they didn't get John Byrne, which is a shame. You know, I mean, John Byrne is one of these guys that he worked at Marvel for a long time. He made his bones over there doing the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Alpha Flight. He did the Hulk for a short while. I mean, you know, you name it, he did it, and the guy's stuff was incredible. Back in the day, there was a paradigm shift with the guys who created Image coming in. You know, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, Mark Silvestri, and all those guys. You see styles start to change. You know, in the case of Silvestri and Lee, you know, the styles got maybe a little bit more sophisticated. John Byrne, you know, kind of got left. I guess in the past, you know, like his stuff was looked at as just an older look, but I think his stuff holds up today just as well. Stuff still looks incredible. He wrote fun and compelling stories, and his stories were primarily just that. They were just fun comic books. So, I don't know. Depends where you're at. I've always enjoyed it, and I just think it's a shame that, you know, John Byrne's not including this, but hey, what can you do? Wasn't my call. And I got Spawn 300 just for the hell of it. I don't normally buy things like this. I haven't picked up an issue of Spawn in years. I figured, why not? I probably stopped like after issue 12, 14, 15 of Spawn. I don't know. I still have them somewhere in my collection. But I did collect the first few issues. I mean, when Image first started, I mean, it was a big thing. It was very interesting to see what those guys were doing. Yeah, you know, now they're Image. And Spawn is still around, issue 300. So it's interesting. It's Todd McFarlane, Greg Capullo, and I'm sure various others in here. This still cracks me up that they still do this. You know, I mean, this is lifted from Frank Miller Dark Knight is the first place I really saw this sort of thing done. It was just funny that they're still doing it after 300 issues. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's standard goofy stuff from, you know, a lot of fighting, a lot of, you know, beating people up and things. But, you know, overall it's probably going to be hopefully some fun. So, and I think they have a few different creators in here writing as well as Todd. Prophecies. Oh, look at that. She Spawn. Look at that. Okay. Now, why is she? It has to be she Spawn. Why not just Spawnette or something? But why can't she just be Spawn? And then there's some variant covers. So that's kind of all right. All right. So, and then I picked up Oberon by Ryan. I think think it's Perot, maybe Parrot. I don't know. Milos Slavkovic. I'm pretty sure I'm brutalizing that. This looked interesting to me. It's a fantasy story, and whenever I see something like this is kind of up my alley. I really enjoy this sort of thing. And the style is really nice. I mean, hopefully the story will be too. Looks interesting. You know, it looks like they're riffing off of Shakespeare, which is cool. All right, there you go. So that is this month's what will eventually become my read pile. So there it is, huge pile of books. So thank you guys for listening. So if you guys like what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe, and if you want to check out any of my work, you check out the OswaldChronicles.com or TallTales.com. So thank you so much, and I will be back very soon. Have a good night.